we got a super guest here, Mr. Phil Harper, and we're talking about choices and changes. How you doing, Phil?
I'm doing all right today. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Are you ready to roll with this thing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, me too. I'm kind of got a little under the weather, but I think we're gonna make it happen.
Yes, yes.
So, choices and changes. Let's start off with by sharing with our viewing audience some of the things you currently are involved in now.
Well, what I'm currently involved in, I'm trying to come up with something that I can get with the youth and have a little cookout and a little picnic and get together with them and just do a little things and keep it together in West Memphis and all through Memphis and everything, and then we just have a big thing. And
I like what you said, a big cookout.
A big
I like
cookout.
to eat, but to me, it's deeper than eating.
Okay.
Because when you eat, to me, that's something very close. When people come together and eat,
yes,
that has some substance to it.
Okay. Okay.
And most people don't realize that when you invite someone over to eat, or you go and eat with invite someone out to come and eat with them, or vice versa, it's something there that creates it can create a certain bond.
Yes. Yes.
And in your ministries,
yes,
so to speak, that's one of the best ways to break the ice, I think.
That's right. So that's what I started off with. When you come and say a big picnic or something, right, they come out. But as I get into the program and start, I'm gonna bring some brothers in, like who I was incarcerated with.
I understand.
Because I was incarcerated for 10 years in the federal system, and it was a drug charge. So what I want to speak on more, my experience, what I've been through.
Right.
And that is, showing these kids out here about drugs is bad,
Absolutely.
I see some of these guys, and I've been there. I see some of these guys riding these nice cars and nice things, and sometimes for our kids, it looks like it's good.
Right.
But you got to know how this person got this. You know what I'm saying? Because if he got it the wrong way, it turned the wrong way.
True.
If he got it the right way, like yourself working and my mother, how they came up and everything, you'll prosper with it. So what I'm trying to bring to them, that drug would turn out to be the end.
Right. Because
that would happen to me, and I suffered a long time from that. It was a good learning experience, but I don't think that we have to go through that.
Right.
So most people now say, well, people got to make their mistakes, but I believe the Lord made it that we all have to sometimes learn from other folks' mistakes. Some mistakes you might have to go through, but me being incarcerated and I show you the bad things that I went through and seen all the brothers what they was going through.
Right.
You should learn from me.
Well, to me, from just listening to you even earlier today in my office, it was kind of like a fiery furnace,
yes,
a purification.
Yes, yeah.
And that's what life is. Our circumstances, our situations, the things that we are faced against, the things we get ourselves into.
Yes, yeah.
We can become bitter, we can become better.
Okay, yeah.
And with you, we've seen the flip side, and that's great. Most guys don't make it through.
Yes,
they don't make it through that furnace.
That's right.
You made it through, and you're doing great things. And I had an opportunity to meet you about a year ago, and we laughed and talked and everything. And what really stood out with me was your spirit, you up-tempo spirit. I never seen you with your head down. Yeah. Even challenges, I watch you day to day. Even with your business, little business you have on the side, I watch you go and attack those challenges with finesse, and that inspired me. See, that's what people are always watching us.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's having the fortitude to do the things we have to do, even on days and the times we don't feel like it, on days and times we was gonna get done. Yeah. And you are a perfect prototype of that.
Yes, yes. And like coming up, your mom always told you it wasn't gonna be easy. So
right.
And my mom, my grandmama, she's always instilled in me, you know, about the Lord.
Right.
And that's my main thing that I fell back on strong. I always been strong in God, but sometimes we just fall off on certain things. But you know that my spirit was always there. But out of all the tribulation that I went through, that what got me through with my mom preaching to me, trusting God.
Right.
No matter how hard it is, you fall, get back up.
Right.
So that's been my thing, because I don't have some trials and tribulation. So that's been my thing. Just no matter how that day go, I'm gonna smile.
That's
because
right.
if I trust in God, He gonna take me through, and you
Absolutely.
know, His word don't come back void. You know what I'm saying? So
Believe
I'm just
that.
trusting. I'm just trusting in Him on everything that I do. Cause that's like I tell Mike right now. I tell him, I might be a little. It might seem like I'm hard on you at times, and I'm at you. I'm talking to you, but I'm seeing you. I don't, like I said, I don't want you to make the same mistake I made. So I want to see you better, because when you wake up sometime, like I tell people, my first day in prison, that was the worst day of my life.
Is that right?
And that really broke me. So now I try to tell my kids from the mistakes and everything, you don't be like me. Wake up one morning from making that mistake and can't get it right back. Because there's some people's in prison right now. I had a second chance. Right. There's some people's in prison right now made one bad choice, and in there for life. So I have to stay on them to be careful what they do, what they say. So it's a work, but God working it out.
Absolutely, He always will and always does.
Yes,
And that's the key thing, having that sixth sense to listen, to take heed.
Yes.
And to move on that. Most time we know what we're doing, but we don't move on it. And everything. Tell us, what's some of your hobbies? Some of the things you enjoy doing?
Well, I like to do when I was incarcerated, I did a lot of running. I do a little running, and I ain't played too much basketball, but I love to play basketball. You know, you be working, but my hobby is just running a lot and watching a little movie. I love TV, so that's what relaxes me. You know,
I got you.
A little music. Them the things that really calms me down and
put get together and work out some.
See, and I love that workout.
Just don't kill me.
No, you don't kill me.
But that's good, because we all need a little escape, a little getaway. I can understand having it. I love to sit back and listen to music and read and things of that nature. But another thing that was curious with me, and I want to ask, you know, being incarcerated for that length of time, we knew God was there, because if He wasn't, you wouldn't have, no guarantee you're gonna make it out.
That's right.
However, what kept you going? What motivated you day in and day out to get up and do what you had to do to keep yourself in a good frame of mind? So I always tell students and people, begin with the ending in mind. What kept you going from that first day that gave you hope for the last?
Well, I guess when I first got in, what gave me hope, first it was God, but looking at it, I was my kids.
Okay, right.
Seeing I had to make it out for my kids.
For them, okay.
And that what got me stronger first, but like I said, that was second. First was God, but just being there every day, I looked at it as I got to reading the Bible, and I seen how my favorite scriptures is, Job's and what he went through, and what he went through. Daniel, a lot of them great mans in the Bible. So when I read them books there, that got me through. Because if they made it through, what they made it through, I can make it through. So I have to. That's why right now I do feel like a little weak or something. I go back to them books, Jonah. I go back to things like that. Moses. It's just how they had strength and they had trials,
right.
and they made it through.
And that's one reason they, to me, I look at it as called the Living Bible.
Yes,
it's not just for the old patriarchs.
Yes,
it implies, of course, for us today, and we are the Jobs,
that's right.
And all the patriarchs who live. We are actually that in living flesh today, because we go through crisis and circumstances and situations, and we become that living source.
Yeah, that's right. And then that, like I said with Daniel, you read that story there, and how him and his family went through things, and then at the end, he wasn't mad at them. He said it was for their good.
Good, right.
So everything works out. I believe my incarceration, and I know it got me stronger in God. My freedom was taken. I couldn't see my family, my mom. I couldn't see them but on weekends,
right.
And so a lot of that woke me up. I'm talking about this life. That's why I want to preach to these kids and get out to these kids about drugs, because life is precious.
Right.
When some, like I said before, some people don't get second chances.
That's
so
true.
you have to take it. You have to take it in stride. So that's what helped me made it through. I got to give hand to my God. That's what keeps me strong.
Right.
Now I'm not ashamed to say it. We all fall, we all get a little weak sometimes.
Right.
But that's what my main thing. I go back to
right.
God.
Exactly. That's your root.
And then, like my mom, as someone teaching me everything, she gave it to me. I don't really have to. I got it on my own now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I ain't just. I got it from grandma,
right.
but now I got it on my own. I can go to him, but I need her help now and time.
Oh yeah.
But I can go to her. You know what I'm saying?
Good deal.
Yeah.
Good deal. Well, even what you're saying about drugs, most, especially our youth, they don't realize that some of them try to titillate with drugs, recreational. And we've had some tragedies here recently.
Yes.
People were involved in drugs, prescription drugs, regular drugs. Drugs. And even I remember what stood out in my mind as I was growing up was this gentleman. He went to this party. He dibbing dabbing with drugs, and he didn't get that second chance you were talking about.
Right.
And it took his life.
Yeah.
And I'm speaking of Len Bias, who was drafted. I came out of college, and actually didn't even get to have the opportunity to play his first pro game.
That's right.
Because of he tried cocaine and it didn't agree with his system, and it took his life then, right on the spot. And that's usage of it, and also in selling them and partaking of them, one thing, but selling them. It also has a steep price to it that you'll pay.
Oh, it's a price to pay.
And everything, most kids and even adults, we as adults don't realize everything you're gonna pay for it.
That's right.
Directly or indirectly.
That's right.
Most people spend the first half of their life chasing wealth, and they spend the second half of their life with the wealth they acquired on their health.
Yes.
So, be it whatever type of drugs, whatever it is, the best thing you can have is, and I tell students this all the time, is your health and strength, right frame of mind, health and strength, and your freedom.
Your freedom.
See, when you have your freedom, you can become who you want. You can be the captain of your ship. You can orchestrate your life. But when someone else takes it and tells you when to go to bed, when to get up, when to do this, when to do that, you're shackled.
Yeah,
to a degree. You're shackled.
That's right. You're shackled.
And with your health and strength and with your freedom, God granted you that. The sky's the limit.
Yes.
And like I say, you are a perfect prototype of that. You, like I say, I admire you a lot because you manned up, you did what you had to do. It just came out. You're doing it now. You're not just talking about it. You're being about it.
Yes, sir.
And so many guys do the same thing, but they just talk about it and they don't be about it, and they find themselves back in that revolving door in the system again. And it's disheartening.
It's disheartening. And I tell people this. I tell young people this, right? I went in 2001. I got out in 2009. When I left, I had a lot of guys that were still out here in the street selling drugs. Now I came home in 2009. I got all them friends that I most had are incarcerated right now.
I hear that.
So it's no winning situation.
Right.
This 10 come for a minute, and then a new 10 come.
That's right.
It's just but you look at our mothers. Now I'm talking that's the wrong way. That's happening that way. That cycle like that.
Right.
But you look at our mama, look at you, look at the people who out here working, holding these jobs down. If you're doing it the right way, you'll see them progress. They keep that job. It might change job, but they progressing.
Right.
They progressing, you know what I'm saying? The circle ain't leaving.
Exactly.
You know, the circle ain't leaving, but with drugs, it's so bad, the circle leave. It's 10, like I said, it's 10 here.
Yeah.
And then the 10 go to jail, and 10, then you'll never see them again no more.
Right.
You'll never see them again in the street on Lawson.
Right.
So what works for you is positive thing. Like I said, my grandmama been working and teaching for 42 years.
She sure has.
And teaching a long time. Now here I go, been hustling, didn't have to hustle because she made it away. But look at her right now. She worked hard.
Right.
I choose to sell drugs.
Right.
It was bad. She got more than I got now, but I made a lot of money with drugs.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Probably over the time I made way more money than she ever made.
Yeah.
Just as out here. But look at her. She got more stuff than me now at the end of it.
Exactly right.
At the end of it. You know, I was over here when I was in prison in Forest City. We went out and speak to some kids, and one day we were talking to these kids in Forest City. We'll go out, and one boy stood up and said, well, I had to sell drugs to get my mother some medicine. And it was how he was crying about it. It hurt. Because he was trying to do something good. But I said, you know what? Look at all these people in here with you because he was in this little camp thing. They in the camp for trouble. I said, look at all these people in here now. They could have, some of them people didn't they needed something to go same thing.
Right.
But they did not take that choice to go out there and sell drugs.
Right.
So I hear what you're saying, young brother, but that's no excuse.
That's true.
Because these people here that teaching you things, they could have did it too, because they don't have some hard time too.
Yeah, we all.
So, but it's just your choices. You can't.
Choices and chances.
That was the wrong choice to do.
Right.
So I feel for you, but I can't give you no A+ for that.
I got you.
Because you got to stand. You got to go out here. Right now, it has been hard for me, because if you used to selling drugs, the money is different. The money come quick. Yes, but now I have to make a sacrifice and go out here and work, and I have 2 businesses I'm doing, a carpet cleaner, and I'm cleaning carpet now. I do detailing in my motor van, go different place to wash cars and everything. You know, it's a struggle with it, but this time here, I'm trusting in the Lord, so He gonna bless it.
That's it.
If I put work in it, keep on putting work in it, He gonna bless it.
That's right.
Like it's supposed to be blessed.
Right.
And then nobody can't take it away from him.
That's true.
If it get taken away from him, he must got something better for me.
Right.
So everything now I take in stride with it on positive level. I take that and roll with it. No matter, you can't. I'm not going back over the fence.
I got you.
Because when I went over that fence, I almost didn't make it back across that fence. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good though. Yeah.
Right. Well, then that's good that you have the mindset, the determination, the understanding, and the duality to do that.
Yeah.
Like I say, life is what you make it.
Yes, sir.
It's as hard as you make it.
Yes.
And life isn't easy, but we do, the choices we make us.
Yes.
the choices we make us in
That's
life.
good. That's good.
And it's all in a state of mind.
Yeah.
And you know, your heart goes out to our young men, young African American men, young men in the not necessarily African American nowadays at all, just all young men, all nationalities and races.
Yeah.
That not really having the understanding and seeing what you just said.
Okay.
You know, they don't understand the process of delayed gratification. Mm-hmm. You know, you pay the price now, you work hard, and you get the reward afterwards.
Yeah, that's right.
They want it all up front.
That's right. That's right.
On the front end.
That's right.
And that's not really, in actuality, that's not what life's about.
That ain't what life's
You
about.
have to be willing to have a willingness to pay the price, and you can still hustle. You're a hustler. I'm a hustler.
Yeah,
we all
that's
hustle.
right, that's right.
I'm a pimp. You a pimp.
That's right.
But they're different kind of public intellectual morals and principles.
That's right. That's
that type
good.
of pimp.
That's a good one.
But the fact of the matter is, what they see, a lot of times see these things on television, and it's nothing but, it's fictitious, it's not real, and they run after, they want to live that lifestyle, they want to bling bling and all this, that, and other. And there's nothing wrong with having nice things. I tell them this day in and day out. It's nothing wrong. You're entitled to nice things.
Yes, yes.
However, it's how you go and obtain those things.
That's right, that's right.
That makes it good or bad.
That's right.
Greater than, less than, evil or good. Mm-hmm. So, and this is what we, you know, we need more brothers like you who you know, who can come out and just stand flat-footed and tell it like it is.
Yeah, I'm telling it like it is.
Yeah, and I can really, like I said, I really appreciate you for that. And I look up to you myself because I'm learning a lot from you, even every time we conversate.
Yeah.
On the streets, wherever we are, I learn something from you, and it helps me as an individual.
That's right.
I'm no better than you. We all on the same playing field because we all are learning.
Yeah.
Every day we're learning as we go, and we learn, and we can learn from each other.
That's right.
And that's by keeping an open mind and open heart. Yeah. And like I said, God has truly blessed you, and you know, that's where it's at. We know. At the end of the day,
that's where it's at.
That's where it's at.
That's where it's at. Mm-hmm. That's where it's at.
So what are some of your future plans? If 5 years from now, 10 years from now, what do you see yourself doing?
Well, I see myself, first I got to get strong, like we was just talking earlier.
Right.
I'm going to get strong in that ministry. I see myself just speaking that word. Good. And, you know, that's my main thing. That's where my peace gonna come from, because when I first got out, I spoke at our church at Beth AM, and I preached there, and that's my main thing. And then, you know, working with the kids, just staying focused with that, doing what you do. You know, just like I said, I seen you today at the school, how the kids come and need you, and you help them out. Yeah. So. And I appreciate you for that. You know, I see, and you said something about my child today. He's respectable, so I see I see how you pay attention, and also, you know, just building the community up, building my family up, being a man that God want me to be, and then there's also just my business. Right. You know, get my car wash off the ground, get my carpet cleaning. You know, I want to do a few things. I want to, you know, get a little restaurant or something. So in them 5 years, this is my goal, to really just to set this ministry up and get the community with these kids and my car wash, and my business, just working on that. So that's my goal in 5 years.
Well, just, you know, as you doing, as my grandmother would say, I always put the Lord in front.
That's right.
And if the Lord say so, and all this, He wants the best for us.
He wants the best.
We both know that.
He wants the best.
And it's nothing like being, you know, having an upbringing with that. You speak of your grandmother too a lot, and I know her. She's a cool lady. Yeah. Yeah. We conversate a lot. Okay. But that's, I think, a missing element of in society today, especially with our youth. See that, you know, this is Black History Month, February.
Yes, yes.
However, you know, I'm acquainted with what Dr. King did. I'm acquainted with Malcolm X. I'm acquainted with Rosa Parks, all the, you know, the famous patriots of the month. But, you know, when you talk about Black history, and you talk about things that have been done that allow us, you and I, the opportunity to be who we are and to do the things we need to do today, we have a tendency to forget about our grandmothers, great-grandmothers, great-grandfathers, people in the community who are not in the history books, who've done so many things that open doors for us today, that they've given their time, they've shed their blood, they've lost their lives, they've been incarcerated for a cause and not just because. And that is, you know, they don't get the credit, and that's what really runs deep in me. I could close my eyes at times, and I remember the things my grandmother would teach me and tell me, and those are the things I put in my back pocket and take with me every day. The ability to work hard, to give an honest day's work, the ability to treat people, to speak. Maurice always speak. Maurice used to always say, always speak to everybody. It don't matter if they like you or don't like you. That's right. You know, and those things carry us to areas in life where we, you know, unimaginable. Basic foundational principles that we, today's society, we've gotten away from. And to get back on track and to instill them in our kids and in today's youth, because our youth is our kids anyway, not necessarily biological. That alone will help our community, help our societies, and help us as a people to be successful.
That's right.
So you know, you keep doing what you're doing, you keep doing the work, you keep putting in work, taking care of business, and anything that I can do, you know, I'm with you. I got your back. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna join arms and do some projects together, because I wanna, you know, it's a lot you can teach me, and I wanna learn. I wanna be a student of yours as well.
Same here.
And you know, we have to do that as men. So many times we're against each other. We got jealousy, envious, and that's some of the reason why we're in the predicament we're in. I'm gonna be frank and honest with you.
That's right.
I hate it, but it's the truth. Well, we got to learn to turn away from that, and instead of turning on each other, turning to each other, and having a level of respect for each other, because we all are different.
That's right.
I don't like everything you like, you don't like everything I like, but that don't mean we can't come together, work together, and be productive and successful.
That's right. That's right. And that's why I say you have to have a good team supporting you. I say that as my family, you know what I'm saying, as my mother, you know, my grandma, my mother, you know, my kids, you know, they support it, you know what I'm saying? We close, you know. I got a nice friend girl, you know, that she supports. She helps. So it comes with everything.
Absolutely.
You know, aunties, my mother. I just named them because we are so. It's a good support in that. You know what I'm saying? So that what keeps you, even when you need that. Like that pickup too.
That's
you
true.
Need that. You need that. You need that. So,
you do.
And that's why I speak highly of my grandmama, because
I hear that.
She put it in me.
That's good.
And I like it. She put it in me, because just like you said, that smile. Some days you don't want to smile. Some days, but you have to smile.
You have to smile. That's right.
And she always said, because sometimes I tell my grandma, I said, Mama, I said, sometimes I don't want to smile. Sometimes I want to have a little mean look on my face. She said, Phil, that ain't you, Phil.
I hear that.
Don't let nobody take it away from me. I ain't gonna let nobody take it away from me. That's why when a person see me, they always say I'm smiling.
Well, I told you that we are winding it down. We're out of time. The time went so fast. I told you.
I had a good time.
Bullets. I told you don't do that.